Yo, what's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of March 2015. For the majority of the month of March, the sun is going to be in the sign of Pisces. For you as an Aquarius, the sign of Pisces has to do with your money situation. So, for the majority of the month of March, expect money to be, primarily the main focus during this time. On March 21st, the sun actually shifts into the sign of Aries. For you as Aquarius, Aries is your third house. The third house has to do with your communication. So once the sun shifts into Aries on March 21st, there's going to be a lot more things happening regarding your communication, a lot more texts, a lot more emails, a lot more exchange of conversation. This is going to give you the gift of gab, so something definitely to look forward to on March 21st. So, like I said, for the majority of the month of March, all the way up until the 21st of March, money is going to be the main focus for you. And then once the sun shifts into Aries on the 21st of March, that's when the communication aspect of your life will take center stage. But those are primarily the main themes of the month of March for you, Aquarius. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific aspects. I'm going to talk about some more specific astrological aspects that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you, Aquarius. On March 5th, Mars moves into the sign of Sagittarius. Mars is the power planet. It's going to move into your 11th house of friends and your social situation. So after March 5th, expect to be a lot busier regarding your social life. Expect to be, more active with your friendships after March 5th. Now, with Mars, it does have a negative aspect to it too. So it can become aggressive. Aggression is good when you're ambitious, but aggression is not good when it comes to being angry or being irritated. So this actually can lead to some moments in your friendships that maybe you're going to be irritated with some of your friends in certain moments, and maybe you're going to be angry. But you just have to watch out for that. Not necessarily saying that all your moments with your friendships are like that, but when Mars goes into your house of friendships and your social situation, sometimes there can be some more challenging moments there with your friends, but for the most part, it just means that you're going to be more active with your friendships, and your social life is going to be pretty active during this time. So on March 8th, there's a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. Pisces for you, once again, is your second house of money. So, what does this suggest? There's going to be a lot of new things coming down the pike for you regarding money, Aquarius, after March 8th. New moons are like a trigger. So the new moon happens, and then all these new events occur following the new moon, or all these new events will occur in the 6 months that follow the new moon, and then 6 months later there's a full moon in the same area, which is actually the culminating point. So whatever's going to be building in your money situation starting on March 8th, 6 months after March 8th, it'll finally come to fruition when the full moon in the same area happens. So that is pretty exciting, I think. And this is not any normal new moon. This is a new moon solar eclipse. A solar eclipse has to do with a specific life event that has to do with your fate. So, something regarding your money and your fate is set to occur here. So I think that's really exciting. On March 14th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in Pisces. So once again, here we are with your second house of money. Pisces is your second house of money. This area is very active for you this month, Aquarius, and it's actually making a challenging aspect on March 14th to Saturn in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, once again, your 11th house of friendships and your social situation. So what does this suggest? It sounds like you might be having some challenging conversations about money with your friends or in your social situation. But it could also mean that maybe your friends are just being a drain on your money. I don't know. Are you spending too much time with your friends and spending a lot of money when you're with them? Are you spending a lot of money in your social life? So just watch out for that on March 14th. On March 23rd, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra. Libra is your ninth house. That has to do with it has to do with faraway travel. It has to do with faraway places. It has to do with spirituality. So Full moons are the culminating point. Like, it's like when something comes to culmination. And once again, this is the second eclipse that's occurring in 1 month. This is a very active month for eclipses. So this has to do with something regarding your fate, and it could have to do with a change in regard to faraway places. It could have to do with a change in your spirituality. If you've always had a certain spiritual aspect of your life, expect maybe that to change now. Or if like you are like maybe already involved in like organized religion. I mean, not necessarily that you would ever abandon organized religion, but maybe there's some sort of new spiritual aspect that's coming into your life that you're actually looking at it and you're very curious about it now. So this could be an indication of something that you're going to be, there's going to be some kind of change regarding your spirituality. So definitely look out for that on March 23rd. On March 29th, Mercury, the planet of communication, actually makes a very positive angle to Saturn in Sagittarius, your 11th house of friendships. So here we are with your house of friendships, and Mercury is or Aries is the area that has to do with your communication, and Mercury, the planet of communication, is in that area. So what does this suggest? It sounds like you're having some positive conversations with your friends, and there's actually like some sort of positive communication happening, just in regard to your social situation in general. So, maybe this is something that you're communicating via social media. Maybe it's something pretty big, but whatever it is on March 29th for you, Aquarius, has to do with your communication and has to do with you expressing it, socially, or maybe even to some friends. And it looks very, very good, very promising. So something to look forward to on March 29th. On March 30th, Mercury, the planet of communication, in Aries, again, your third house of communication, actually making a challenging aspect this time to Pluto, which is in Capricorn. Capricorn is your 12th house. The 12th house has to do with finalization. The 12th house has to do with completions. The 12th house sometimes has to do with endings, not necessarily all the time. The 12th house has to do a little bit with spirituality too, but it looks like there's something, challenging happening. Excuse me. It looks like there's something challenging happening regarding your communications on March 30th, and it has something to do with, like the ending. You're communicating about the ending of something, or you're communicating about like a finalization of something, or there's conversations about the completion of something, and these conversations probably aren't really going so well in this day. There's kind of like a struggling moment here. But these could be hidden conversations too, because the 12th house has to do with anything that's hidden. So, whatever's hidden, and maybe you're having a private conversation with somebody and it's, not really going so well. Or it could be a challenge regarding your spirituality. Maybe you're having a conversation about your spirituality and there's something there that's, you're not familiar with, or there's a new aspect of spirituality coming into your life and you're not quite sure about it and you're communicating about it. So those are all different possibilities for March 30th for you, Aquarius. On March 31st, you actually end the month off on a great note, Aquarius. Mercury, the planet of communication, is in Aries, your third house of communication. It's actually making a conjunction to Uranus in Aries, also your third house of communication. So, both planets, Mercury and Uranus, are aligning in the same area for you, your third house of communication, and that's called a conjunction when they're in the same area, and it's very positive. So Uranus is the planet of the unexpected. It's the planet of serendipity. It's the planet of just random events occurring. So some kind of just spontaneous event could occur regarding your communication. And it has to do, with your communication and, some kind of breakthrough there. So just think about, how you communicate in your life, whether it's social media, whether it's, who knows, if you're like in TV or radio or whatever, or just speaking in general day to day, so there's some kind of breakthrough set to happen here on March 31st regarding your communication. Maybe it has to do with some kind of message that you're going to, send out that's very, very important, so definitely keep that in mind, and that's a great way to finish off the month. There's definitely something really exciting happening there regarding your communication on March 31st, but I think that's all I have for you this month, Aquarius. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button and like, and I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.